hard Liverpool supporter. Liverpool comes number one for me above all things. And then Vancouver Whitecaps, my home team in Canada. But nonetheless, I said this week, let me comment on the Liverpool versus Crystal Palace match. It took place after the international break. First of all, the international break is so crap. You know, it's it's one of those breaks where we're in the middle, we're almost towards the end of the English Premiership. It's getting a little bit more exciting, and then we have this international break to allow countries to verse each other so that they can prepare for the World Cup. I do understand the importance of it. Do I like it? No, not at all. Maybe they should work something much better in the future. But nonetheless, Liverpool travelled to Crystal Palace in Selhurst Park in London. As all the Liverpool supporters know, a few years back, Selhurst Park has not been a very good place for Liverpool. It was that horrendous match against Crystal Palace a few years back when we lost 3-2, and that just threw our chances out of the window of winning the Premiership when we had Suarez, right? And you can remember Suarez was crying when he walked off that pitch in Selhurst Park. So Selhurst Park is not a good place for us to go to. Nonetheless, Crystal Palace has been struggling this season, and they need the 3 points desperately. And of course, we need the 3 points. We need to be in the top four. We want Champions League football next year. Manchester City is just running away with the title, and they're just on another level at this point, right? But nonetheless, I'll take fourth, third, second. I don't care. At this point, I'll take top four, and we need to be in Champions League next year. But in order for us to get there, we need those 3 points from Crystal Palace. So we went to Crystal Palace today. I watched the match. The match took place at 12:30 in London, and it was 4:30 here in Vancouver. So I had to wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning and watch this match. I was excited, and we were lucky, guys. As a Liverpool supporter and watching the match, we were so lucky in this match. Uh, I can understand why the team played the way they played, a little rusty after the international break. Again, we need to get rid of this international break. It just ruins the rhythm of the teams. But nonetheless, we were very lucky today to get away with it. Crystal Palace played us really, really well, and I think the two goals that we got, uh, we were good to get those two goals, but nonetheless, it was a tough match. Crystal Palace could have easily been 3-1, 4-1 up. They had chances, and Benteke, oh, Liverpool guy, man, he missed two chances for Crystal Palace. Crazy the way he missed it. When I was watching the match, I'm thinking to myself, how can you miss two golden opportunities like that? It's just it was mind-boggling. Nonetheless, we got away with it. We got away with it. 3 points in the bag. Yes, takes us to second place. But Manchester played later on the day, and they won against Swansea. Swansea 2-0, and they go second. And tomorrow is a very crucial match. It's Chelsea versus Tottenham. My opinion is I'm hoping for a draw for both of them, so drops them back. But if Tottenham wins against Chelsea, all the better for us. It just pushes Chelsea further away from the top four, right? So the good and bads of the game. Liverpool won 2-1, of course. The penalty that Crystal Palace got, I think it was a fair penalty when they went 1-0 up. Karius fouled Zaha in the box, and it was a fair. When you look at Karius, you think to yourself, what is Karius doing? But then again, Trent Arnold, I'm gonna come to him. This kid is a young kid. He's got a huge career ahead of him. He's only like about 19 years old, and he's playing right back for Liverpool. And this kid's got a huge career ahead of him. But in today's match, he was weak. I mean, Uh, then next to him, you got Bambi on skis, Matip. You know, both these guys. You got Arnold on the right, and then you got Matip next to him as a centre back, and you just have to put the ball between these two guys, and you through. And Manchester City, that we're gonna play later on this week in the Champions League, Sterling and Sane will rip us to pieces if they get the ball between Trent and Joel. I think those two guys are just so weak in those positions. They played pretty weak today because Zaha is pretty fast and he could easily get inside of Trent, right? I think Trent needs to really work on his game. I think all the top teams know. Actually, every team that's going to play Liverpool know that cut in on Trent's left hand side. The guy is weak on that side. I could see it. I'm a supporter. I'm a footballer. I could see it. If I was the coach, talking to my left winger, I'd be saying, cut in. Trent is weak. He's got to work on that game. He'll get better. I know he'll get better. He's a good player. For 18, 19 years old, playing in Liverpool, this guy has got a huge career ahead of him. Maybe even captaincy too, one day. But he was weak. Well, Genie Wijnaldum, man, this guy was just out of the game today. I mean, he was running around, getting the ball, losing the ball in crucial areas. He didn't play well. I thought Joel, I think Chamberlain would have done better in that position. But anyways, I think maybe we're saving Chamberlain for the City game. Henderson, he played well, but I'd still prefer him in attacking position. And I think when Naby Keita comes in the next season, I think Henderson, Naby Keita, as well as Chamberlain will be a ferocious midfield moving forward, right? I just was so sad for Adam Lallana when he came on and he got injured again, and that's just sad. Hopefully he gets better. And Mo Salah, King Mo, scored the winner for us. He's just getting better and better. He's definitely player of the season for us and player of the season for the English Premiership. Firmino looked frustrated today, but he played well. But he was looking very frustrated. Milner, too many fouls. I think I know watching the match, he gave like 2 or 3 fouls. And no, you can't do that. You can't do that against teams like City later on in the week. They will kill us with those free kicks, right? Robinson played great. I think Robinson is one of those left backs you're gonna get, and he's so underrated, and he's just gonna get better. He's just gonna get better and better and better. And I think he played for Scotland the other week for his country, and he got man of the match. And for a left back, this guy is brilliant. Way better than our previous left back. But nonetheless, he's a great left back, and he played quite well today with that assist. Fantastic. Van Dijk played. He was good. He was there. He was keeping Benteke checked. I want to come to one guy today. I think I was really frustrated with this one person, and his name is Mane. Mane scored the equalizer, right? Fine. I'm happy he scored. But then he made there was 2 incidents. One was in the box, and I think when I saw it the first time, I said, that's a penalty. But when I saw it on slow motion, I was like, Mane, you made a meal out of that. And you got a yellow card for that. Fine. Initially, I thought it was a penalty. But then when you look at the replay, the referee made a good decision. Yellow card. Fantastic. Later on in the match, this guy falls to the floor, Mane, because he feels he got fouled by the player back of him, and then grabs the ball with his hand. The referee blows his whistle and gives Crystal Palace a free kick for Mane handling the ball. Mane thought that it was going to be a foul and therefore he grabbed the ball, right? I understand that sometimes you're trying to convince the referee, hey, the guy fouled me, I grabbed the ball, right? I'm going to take a free kick. But the referee didn't see it like that. The referee thought to himself, what is he doing? Why is he touching the ball? I actually thought this guy's going to get a red card. That's a second bookable offense. This guy, Mane, got away with it. And at that point, we were 1-0 down. I think it was 1-1. I'm not too sure. But Mane could have cost us the game. He could have gotten a red card and been sent off, and we would play the match with 10 players. Mane is diabolical. The last few weeks, I've noticed Mane is a young chap, right? He's a good player. His skill level is awesome. He's running off the ball. His skill level with the ball, his way of attacking, brilliant player. Recently, though, he's not the player that we knew last season and the season before. Why I say that? I'm pretty good at reading people. I think Mane is kind of jealous of Mo Salah. I think Mo is taking the limelight, and Mane is like, he's lost. This guy loves the limelight on him. He's young. He loves that attention, you know. But it's going to his head. He makes some horrendous decisions when he's passing the ball recently. His decision making is questionable. Klopp needs to sit him down. Say, young man, get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. Mane could have cost us the match. Mane needs to start making better decisions with the ball. Passing when he needs to pass, shooting when he needs to shoot. I think really sometimes he can be greedy. I understand that as a striker you can be greedy, but his decision making sometimes when you watch the match you think to yourself, really? Couldn't you play a better ball to somebody? Mane needs to catch a wake up moving forward. We need him. He's a great player. He's going to be one of those icons at Liverpool. Mane needs to get his head in the game. We need him, and I think if he gets his head right, he can be a phenomenal player for the future. He is a phenomenal player right now. I just think he can be better for the team. Nonetheless, Klopp took him out immediately because of that incident and put in Chamberlain, and Lallana came on. Unfortunately, Lallana got injured. But moving forward, great win for the team. 2-1, 3 points in the bag. We now go to Anfield later on in the week. One of the most important matches for us that will define our season. Manchester City. If we played like that, if we played like this, like how we played today, when we play City, City will rip us to pieces. But we're going to Anfield. It's our home ground. City is coming to us. There's no parking of buses. It's going to be attack from both sides. It's going to be a fantastic match. I'm nervous for the match. I'm so nervous for the match. It's going to happen this week. And we need a win. We need a good win. Because the second leg is at the Etihad in Manchester. And you know that's going to be even tougher, right? I would have preferred the second leg to be at Anfield because this is something about the atmosphere when you come on the second leg. But nonetheless, we go to City this week. 3 points in the bag. We go to City, and then we play Everton away, and then we got City again in the second leg. The next 2 weeks, I'm going to be wearing my heart on my sleeve, and I'm nervous, guys. I'm nervous. As a Liverpool supporter, as a footballer, I'm nervous. City is on another level. Those guys will rip us to pieces if we don't get our head in the game. Now, who's going to start at right back? Gomez is injured. Trent has weaknesses. Klein is just coming back from an injury. Who do we start? Then the other thing is, who starts with Van Dijk? Is it Lovren? My God. Or Bambi on skis?